Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Bit Heroes. Today we're just doing natural regen, and we're farming for familiars. There's nothing we need from the current tier, as we've gone over many times in the past couple of weeks. There's nothing I need, so we're going for familiars. I don't have Adgor, sorry, because I was dumb. And yesterday I forgot that today was Sunday and today was the stream, so I used Adgor yesterday afternoon. And forgot. So we're running without Adgor, which is a shame. But it's, you know, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. We'll just use normal regen stuff. So down here, chuck that on, and that, and that, and that. We could use a capture rate tome, I guess. What do we got? We got full energy and full raid, right? Yes. Okay, we may as well. With Adgor, it would have been good. But I stuffed it. Well, there's also 30% here as well. All right, let's do it. Let's use a. We could use rocket skates as well. Make it go a bit quicker and use one of these. All right, sweet. We're good. We're going super fast. Not really. And we've got like all the capture rate. Not really. So we'll do it for the moment. Remind me to switch these back. Oops. If I forget. But I should be fine. Okay, let's do it. William Spook Loser, welcome. Good morning to you all. Morning, Chooky. Good morning, Chooky. I got here about a minute before the stream went live. Nice. Didn't even know you played this game still. Yeah, I still play. I haven't missed playing a day in over 3 years. Some days I play more than others. Like some alarm for no reason. Some days I just, you know, I log in and do a couple of raids. I always do my PvP Trials Gauntlet and then, you know, Invasion, GVG, Expedition, whatever you want to call it. I always do all of them. And then, you know, maybe a couple of raids and a couple of world bosses or something if I'm busy that day or just not in the mood or something. But yeah, I still play. I haven't missed a day since I started. So yeah, it's still pretty good. I like it, and I don't play it, as I said, nowhere near as much as I used to, and it's like it's a side game for me, like a mobile game. So I'm not like, it's not my only source of gaming stuff. So I'm not too fussed about, you know, not getting like the min-maxy stuff. Remember to switch your runes back if you forget. Okay, cool. Thanks. Oh shit, I didn't do the thing. It's gonna take a while. Yeah, so what I'm going to do with the streams, I've decided at least, is I'm going to ping that I go live on the YouTubes. I mean on the Discords, and then I will have like a stream starting soon page, like thing up on the stream, and then you know, that will give time for everyone to get here, and then we start properly. The only reason I haven't been doing that in the past is because I export my stream straight to YouTube. And it would have the 5-minute thing at the front of it, because there's no point in me downloading the video, editing that out, and then uploading it to YouTube. So I can just cut it in on YouTube itself. So I've got to just get the hang of. I'll just upload like a nothing video, or use a video that already exists on the channel, like a League of Legends video from years ago, and play around with the editing on the actual YouTube software stuff. And see how simple it is, because it's a lot of people miss the first, you know, couple of minutes or 10 minutes or whatever it is of stream while they're getting situated or something. So usually I say that I'm going live, I ping Discord that I'm going live, and then I wait like, you know, 3 or 4 minutes and then I start. But I think if I have one of those, you know, starting soon screens, it might be better. Anyway, that was a bit of a rant. Oh, I haven't said on World Boss that I'm live. If anyone in World Boss wants to watch. So today's stream won't be a long one, obviously. Bit Hero stream, I mean. And after this, we'll be finishing Uncharted 2 as well. The only time I missed a day... Oh, it's my 5th Zombo potion. I fucking... It loves me. Why do I have so many? Pretty sure that's the 5th one. Yeah, it's the 5th one. It's crazy. I turned that off, right? Yes. The only time I missed a day since I started playing was the internet provider fucked up. We had no Wi-Fi for the entire day. I thought about coming back to it. I mean, I guess it depends on your mentality of what you want out of the game. If like the whales and stuff, like they spend a long time playing this game and stuff, so it's more beneficial for them to buy all the, you know, the stuff because they're playing so much. But if it's just like a casual side thing, it's still pretty good. You just have to have the right mentality for it. Like, you know, don't go in there expecting to get everything or for everything to go smoothly and stuff. Like, you know, you might hit a brick wall and be like, okay, well, it's going to take some time to get through this. Like, I need to level up or get a better familiar or something like that. So if you go in there not like caring too much, if you get stuck for a bit, it's totally fine. But if you're kind of impatient and just like get really frustrated at something in situations like that, then maybe not. Because this game is a giant just grind fest. Maverick, good morning, how are you? It's good to see you. How's your face? I stopped because I was stuck for like ages. Yeah. So that's the thing that I can't. It's hard for me to relate to when people ask me questions. Like, I'm stuck on this flag. What do I do? I always give the same advice. I've got it like a paragraph of a reply on my phone that I just copy paste into the YouTube comments. And when anyone says I can't get past this bit, what do I do? Because it's the same advice every time, which is make sure you have enough TS. Make sure you're using a defensive, an offensive accessory and a defensive pet, and then make sure you have the right familiars, and then focus on dual striking and power. That's like the 4 things, and it applies to everything. If you ever get stuck, that's what you need to do. Make sure you have 2 more. I now have 7 Zombo potions. How do I get 2 at once? Did one drop and I like fucking pickpocketed the other one? That's crazy. Yeah, so that's basically it. Like, I can't really. Yeah, you're impatient. Like, Gregor Mano, welcome. Yeah, that aspect is hard for me to relate to because when I started playing, it had just come out on mobile, right? And I think it only came out like a couple of months before that on browser. So I came into the game like nearly at launch time, we'll say. Definitely the week of, or maybe even the day of, I'm not too sure, of the mobile launch. So I've been playing for over 3 years, right? It was May 18th or something. So when the new tiers came in, I was already in like the end of the previous tier. So like when tier 4 came out, or for instance, I don't know, this is just a hypothetical situation because I can't remember because it was so long ago, years ago. But it was just like I already was at the end of tier 3. I had all like legendaries and stuff from raid 1, etc. Then the new tier came out, the next raid came out. Did that for ages, and then I had like, you know, like maybe nearly full legendaries or something from raid 2. And then the next tier came out and I was already nearly max TS from the previous tier. Then the next tier came out. And so if you were playing from the start and every time a tier came out, exactly the same as this. Like, so last tier 12, I was at the end of tier 12, I had the full set and, you know, the mythic ring or whatever gear I had, and the right familiars and all the rest of it. So when the new tier came out, it wasn't hard for me to get through it because I was already maxed from the previous tier. So when the tiers came out, when like progression wise back over the last few years, I was always max TS and stuff from the previous tier to be able to do it. So I never ever got stuck on flags or anything. So it's hard for me to kind of answer the question, a specific question. That's why I have like the overall, like, make sure you have this, because I never got stuck. I can't really give advice on something that never happened to me. If that makes sense. Lapis lasers, welcome. I'm level 132, and I'm starting to see the true grind. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's pretty fucking grindy. Like, I've had a lot of chats with people in the comment section of videos, or they've, you know, got onto me on Discord or whatever it may be. And about questions like, oh, like I can't seem to catch like Yeti or something. I've done it like 10 times, and I'm like, yeah, 10 times is nothing. Like, you know, if you're getting frustrated at doing a dungeon 10 times and not getting what you want, maybe this isn't the game for you. And then my reply to that is always, it took me 102, either 102 or 103. I can never remember what it is. One of those two raids to get my first legendary ever. So I did 102 or 103 raid ones to get my first legendary. So I said, yeah, you know, if you're going for something, whether it's capturing a familiar or getting a piece of gear or you know, whatever it be, if you don't get it like immediately, like don't expect to get it immediately. You know, you may have to grind for it for, you know, maybe a week, maybe do it a week of the dungeon you're doing or the raid you're doing to get the piece of gear that you want, maybe more. So I would say that I did 102 raids till I got my first thing. And back then, it wasn't like the guild thing. Perks didn't have like you know, a bunch more raid shards. I don't even know whether raid shard baskets were even a thing back there. I think I was doing like 5 raids a day or something. Like it took a long ass time to get my first raid, to get my first legendary. And the thing is, I persevered with it, right? If I did like 10 raids and go, oh, I'm not getting anything, this is bullshit, and I just quit the game. So that's always like the scenario that I put to people is that, yeah, if you're frustrated, you're not getting what you want after such a small amount of time, maybe stop playing because you're just going to get annoyed. And it's not the game for you. It's just the way this game and games like this are. Like, they're not going to give you the stuff just because you want it hard. Like, you know, and it's good that in a way that's that as well, because, sorry, my mouth was getting dry. It's good that that's the way as well, because if the game, it's similar to trading, right? If the game just gives you what you want, then there's no sense of progression or no sense of achievement. Same with trading. Like if we'll use Lapis as an example. If he's level 132, and he's got like a, you know, like a friend that's like level 4, like me, for instance, let's say me, that's level 423, and there was trading in the game and I could just give him a bunch of stuff, then it's kind of defeats the purpose. Like, what's the point of playing if you already have the stuff, right? And it's similar to maybe a raid in a MMO like World of Warcraft. Say your guild's up in the, like, trying to get the newest raid down, and you just keep getting to the final boss and wiping. Or like in a Dark Souls thing, you're stuck in an area or a boss and you can't do it, and then you bash your head against the wall for like 3 hours, and finally you pass it, and there's that sense of like, fuck yeah, I did it, right? That's kind of what this game is as well. If it just gave you everything you wanted, what's the point of playing? Because you'd be like, oh, I really want max, you know, max sets, and I really want that mythic pet, and and then you get it, and you're like, oh, okay, what do I do now? So it's, yeah, you have to be the right kind of person, have the right kind of mentality to play a game like this. This one specifically because this is the game that we're playing and talking about. But there's so many like idle-ish or pure idle games out there that are the same kind of framework as this game, right? And you can't just expect to get everything. You have to work for it. You have to put in the hours and, you know, all that. And yeah, you can buy boosts to luck, unfind, whatever you want to call it. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get what you need. It's just going to give you a better chance of getting it. So anyway, rant finished. By the way, I have 9 slots. If anyone would like me on their friends list from stream, sorry, not on YouTube. I've explained it a bajillion times by now. I'm not adding people from YouTube. But if you're here and you need a slot, then you can have one. Okay, I ranted for a while. Let me catch up on chat. Level 196, and I just got to tier 10. I guess I'll get it and just play along when you stream it. I mean, yeah, well, I mean, you can do what you like, obviously. But I think this game lends, well, for me, it lends well to just logging in twice a day and doing a bit here and there. Not only because natural regen, that's how it works. Once you use everything, you can't just use more unless you use consumables. But when you use consumables, you kind of want to marry them together with a big gore. So if you're going to use your, I don't know, Bitgore or something, you want to have all the consumables alongside to use with it. So I usually just log in twice a day, like one now, obviously, in the mornings, and then I usually do some at night. So for me, it's just like a casually kind of thing. Like I still like the game, I'm still making content on the game, etc. But it's more of a casual experience for me, whereas a lot of people put like a bunch of time into it. I don't know what fams to get. I've been told Remedy and Eularius will take me to tier 12, but I've heard other stuff. Well, Remedy and Eularius is my recommendation, purely because they're good and they're easy to get. Eularius literally doesn't have a epic familiar. It just has 3 sets of rares. So Eularius is like super duper easy to fuse. So to get him to +6, and then Remy T is also easy to get because it's just 5 dungeon bosses basically, or 6 because you want to +5 it. I remembered to change my runes. Actually no, we'll try and do some world boss if there's a room going. There is not. Yeah, so Remy T and Eularius are both very good and both easy to get. There's other ones. You could use Winslobo. I think it's Winslobo. You can use Scort for tanks, that is. But they're a lot harder to get. And then for healers, you could use Velk, but Velk is like 10 times harder to get than Remy T. So Eularius and Remy T is generally the advice that I give, purely because they're much easier to get. My oldest stuck at zone 11, flag 4. All enemies attack weakest, and I can't get the glass gem to drop. Fuck that! You've pushed pretty hard on the ult. I guess you did the race, right? And you progressed a lot with that, but already to basically zone 12. That's crazy. Where are you getting these emotes from? I don't even watch / play hypers. I don't know. I got a bunch of emotes as well. Good morning, by the way. I think it's where people come in and if you're in, yeah, I've got this one as well. I don't even know what hyper, whatever it is. I think it's just when people sub, you get random emotes as a package of the person subscribing. You also get emotes along with it. I don't know. I don't actually know that much about Twitch. I just know how to stream. The rest of Twitch is, got no idea. Ilias, good morning. Velk, Remy T, and Eularius. Yeah, so the reason why I prefer Remy T over Velk is Remy T, you just need 6 dungeon epics, which isn't that hard in the scheme of things. Like, epics are, they're not the most common thing to come up for persuasion. But they're also, a lot more... Oh shit, that was close. They're also a lot more common to get, or a lot easier to get than legendaries, obviously. But dungeon epics come up. You'll get more dungeon epic persuasion chances than you will raid epics, because with a raid epic, there's 3 different ones, right? So if you do a raid, there's all these different fams and all the rest of it. Whereas if you're doing a dungeon, it's like the fam that you need is at the end, and you can do a lot more dungeons than you can raids. So dungeon bosses are much easier to get, and you need 6 of them. You need 1 to make it, and then 5 to stable it. So I prefer. I say to people to get Remy T over Velk, because Velk needs 10 Hobbit feet. So to make a +5 Velk, you need 60 Hobbit feet, which is 60 of the Orlag clan world boss material, which is a lot. Like, by the time you get to 60 Hobbit feet, you probably could have fused like 10 Remy Ts by that point. But on hindsight, or the other side of that is, if you plan on making Walcom +5, then Velk might be okay, because Velk is part of Walcom. So if you're aiming to fuse Walcom as your healer, then Velk could be a good idea, because you're going to need to make him anyway to get to Walcom. But if you're not going to make Walcom, then Remy T is better. That's my advice. Okay, I am patient with bid heroes because I know it's how grindy game, and I'm still annoyed at not getting a tier 12 world boss mythic after dumping over 10k energy into it. With boost ranging from super scroll to bit gauze. Well, that kind of proves to my point. You know, you can put in the monies and get all the big consumables and gauze and all that you all use together for the most bang for your buck, and not get what you need, and then you can just get it with like a shitty 25% item find. So yeah, that's like what I was saying before about not expecting things, like go into the game not expecting to get stuff, and if you get stuff then you can be happy. It's exactly like that, because you can spend like all the consumables in your bag and not get what you need, and then you can just get it randomly one day on 25%. So it's you have to go in with the right mentality. Vel kind of good now with Zeals. You can start farming feet. Yeah, that's true. The Zeals have made World Boss a lot more appealing, I guess, because you could use the dungeon energy for Remy T, and then you could use the Zeals for Velk, I guess. I don't know. Though I can at least solo tier 12 heroic Netherworld pretty consistently, so I'll probably get the mythic I need eventually. Nice. Oh yeah, that came up to Netherworld came up to tier 13, didn't it? I tried to send you a friend request and you have auto decline on. Okay, I will. Yeah, I have that on because I get spammed from YouTube and stuff. What is your in-game name? Is it the same? Velk uses rare Staus. Yeah, that's right. You need 6 of them, I think, isn't it? Can you friend me? Of course. Feet is the hard park. A hard park? It's a hard park. Yeah, the Hobbit feet is, it takes forever to get them because they're not affected by item find. So you need to do a ton of world bosses to get that shit. Like I'm trying to do that Stanislaus or whatever his name is at the moment, and I need like 210 Hobbit feet, Igni Bright or whatever the hell they're called, to fuse this guy. Plus 6, I need like, yeah, over 200 of them. I think I've got maybe 20, maybe. So yeah, it takes the time. Okay, let's do some adding people with friend slots. I've always found it odd everyone pronounces Remy T as Remy T. I've always pronounced it like the name Emmett, but with an R sound. Yeah, I mean, look, the names of the fams in this game are ridiculous. Like some of the names of the fams are just weird anyway. And then when they go into a fusion, they mix all the words together. It's a bit weird. Okay, lapis lasers. Add. Loser for sale. That can't be you. Unless you just started again. There you go, Spook's got slots as well. No, I restarted. Okay, so this is you. Oh look, he's just a little level 2 babby. He's so cute. Level 2. Level 2 with a level 400 plus friend. Or 2 if you get Spook as well. It's amazing. Okay. Let me change my shit. I remember when I first started, right? Because there weren't any videos out. I think McPros had some videos, but they weren't really like guidey kind of videos. They were just gameplay kind of videos. Anyway, there was no like community video like guidey kind of stuff, I guess, when I started playing. And I was trying to do stuff and I didn't have friends and all the rest of it. And I remember just going to town and, you know, say I was like level 40 or something. Okay, it's a long loading screen. Chook, Oxla, everyone else calls it Oxa. Yeah, no, it's Oxla, 100%. Yeah, I remember just going to town, running around and being like, oh, who's this? It's level 29. No, he's not as good as me. Well, like, is a higher level as me, I should say. And going, what about this? Oh shit, yeah. Okay, here we go. Add friend, and just hoping. And I would just run around and just add like every single person I could find, because there was no way to like really get what am I doing? Go back. There was no real way to get friend slots and stuff easily, at least. So you just walk around and just add people and hope for the best. Okay, did I change my runes? I did. Okay, good. So we're in here for that little blue fox son of a bitch, this guy. We need 2 more of him to make a +5, but we may as well just keep farming him so we can make a bunch of, can't remember, Eucalyptus, that's the one. It was Bob's Bit Hero Guide, but I didn't like reading, so I ended up watching YouTube vids. Yeah, I think I vaguely remember that, but back in the day, there wasn't really much in the way of guides, or like, I don't know if there was like the fan-based Discord or anything like that. I'm not too sure. Not too sure. But I remember just running around and adding everybody and hoping for the best. Wasn't that Slayer 303 guy in town, member of Iconic at some point? Yeah, we had Slayer for a long time, and then he just left without saying anything. I'm not too sure why, but these things happen. Is it best to be high damage or high health, or doesn't it matter? Just put it into power. Early game, it doesn't really matter. It's more familiars. Just make sure you get Shramps and Ballin +5. So, like, for new players, if you're starting again like you are, it's as far as familiars go, get Shramps and Ballin, and fuse and stable them +5, chuck augments on them, all that stuff. Then you replace Shramps and Ballin with Eularis and Remit, or Remit, but whatever, however you want to pronounce it. Or Velk if you're going that way. But yeah, Shramps and Ballin, Till, and then replace with Eularis and Remit. And that's the progression as far as familiars go. That's for DPS as well. If you want to go tank, it's a different situation, but I recommend going DPS. And then you can kind of like fix the stats you don't have with gear. So when you get gear and you start upgrading it, you know, you can upgrade it down that stat path that you're lacking. I think early game, you're probably better off. Well, it's not really going to matter. As long as Shramps is higher health than you, that's what you want. But I think for me, I think I did until I got to like raid 3 or something maybe. I just split my my stats evenly. So like 200 power, 200 health, 200 speed, or whatever, you know, the numbers were. Early game, it doesn't matter so much, but I would just put every point into strength or power or attack or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And then when you upgrade gear, you can, you know, tailor to what you're lacking. But I think an even split between all three is perfectly fine. Or slightly favoring power. Just got to tier 7 yesterday. Any fams that I should be going for? Well, that's what we're talking about before. So as soon as you get to tier 7, you can get Eularis. And when you get to tier 5, you can get Remit. So Eularis and Remit. What fams are you currently using? Because Shramps and Ballin should get you to tier 7. And then that's when you replace Shramps with Eularis. And at tier 5, you could have replaced Ballin with Remit. Shramps, Ballin, perfect, yeah. So, get yourself Eularis and Remit. Eularis is every single fam that's needed. Every single thing that is needed for Eularis is found in the same dungeon. So the schematic and all the fams are all in the same dungeon. Someone want to help me out? I think it's tier. I think it's zone 7, dungeon 3. I think. Zone 6, Dungeon 3. Oh shit, I thought it was 7. I mean, there's so much information in this game. It's you know, your brain overloads. There you go. Zone 6, Dungeon 3. It's Eularius. So for the schematic, I don't even think I have the schematic. I should go probably and just farm that so I can show it off on camera when people ask. You need 3 familiars, and they're all in there, and you need 6 of each. So you need 6 of fam A, 6 of fam B, 6 of fam C. Fuse all them together into one Eularius. So he's really easy to get because all those fams are just rare. So you'll be able to get them fairly quickly. Like, you won't get them all in a day or anything, but you won't need to farm the dungeon for that long to get it because they're all epics, right? And then for Remy T, it's zone 4, dungeon 1 is Rexy's dungeon, the dinosaur looking thing, T-Rex looking thing. You need him, and then you need Emmett, which is zone 5, dungeon 1, zone 5, dungeon 2, something like that. In fact, when we get out of here, we'll look at the familiars tab, and we'll take a look. So what's good is now that you can look at the familiars and you can see exactly where to get them, it's pretty sweet. Because when I made that, we'll just go yes for the moment. When I made that Ultimate Familiars guide, it was like checking how to get fams and which ones by looking at the wiki and all that sort of stuff. But now they're just in here, so it's like I want a whatever the fuck this guy is. You just click this thing, and it tells you where you can find them. So if we go to MET is this guy. There you go. There are all the places you can get him. You need 6 of him, and he's just a common, so you'll get him like really easily. And then for Eularius, you need these guys: Negrum, Varlos, and this dude, and they're all found in the exact same place, which is this one. So you need 6 of each of them. 6 of this guy, 6 of this guy, 6 of this guy. And then you need Rexy, which, wait for this to all load. This guy. You need 6 of him as well from Rexy's plateau. So that's whoops. That's zone 4, dungeon 1. MET, I can't remember what it was, but you can just go there, click him and see where it is. Oh, Emmett, sorry. And then you need the all the things from the same dungeon for Eularius. Get them to fuse all of them to get them to +5, both of them to +5, and you're good. Oh, there's Nightbot chiming in. Eat my penis, my sharp-nailed penis. Yeah, that was Hollow Knight, right? We were playing Hollow Knight when I said that. I've tried to set up in the past. Sounds like it, yeah. Yeah, I've tried to set up in the past a random quote of mine on the hour, but I could never get it to work. It would always just do the same quote, like the quote 1. But then Ilias figured it out. So now we're getting well, random quotes every day. I had to step in. Well, it's been 30. That probably would have been 33 minutes. I don't know how it decided that 33 minutes I'll decide to work. But there it is. 33 minutes. Eat my penis, my sharp-nailed penis. Yeah. So hope that helped Lapis just focus on those. Oh, okay. So it's not hour. Right. I see. I thought it was an hour of stream, but it's actual hour of real time. Yeah, based on global time. Yeah. Okay, cool. Nice. Yeah, or Lapis, if you're going for Walkham, you could get Velk instead. But we were talking about that before. You're going to need 60 Hobbit feet, which takes a while to get, etc. If you're just looking for a fam to get you to endgame, then yeah, Eularius and Remy T are probably your best bet. I don't think I've caught this thing, Flixie or whatever it is, in months. I keep doing this raid. And if I'm not streaming, I just do the whole like auto, decline treasures, decline whatever, da 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 da, and the automatic persuade fam thing on, and I just set it to go, and then check back on my phone like a few minutes later, rerun, yes, and do nine raids, and then go to my familiars tab to see if I got it. Haven't got it. And that's been a few months, I would say. I haven't got like a drop of him in quite the while. We do have, however, yeah, I've got 4 of him. There he is. I do have all of the flame talons I need, and the Mistral. I've already done 1 fusion, so this should be 6. Like, just imagine this is 6, right? So for this, 6 to make a +5, and then 7 to make another one, 8 to make another one, 9 to make another one. So I'll have 3 different flame talons. 3 different. If we get the the words, Ignibright or whatever they're called, if we can farm up to get enough to make 3 of these guys, for like invasion and all that sort of stuff. And this is at 6, so we're gonna need 3 more Mistrals. So we'll do Mistral's dungeon after the raids. But I need so many Ignibright that I could, by the time I get all the Ignibright, I could probably have like 25 of each of those guys. So I don't really know what I'm going to use my energy for after I get them. I'm not too sure. I probably there's no fam I'm going to need, because at the moment I talked about this last stream, I think. I have 4 Glasdosses, which is silly, but I have 4 of them. So that's at the moment, that's what I'm using for Trials Gauntlet and all that stuff. When I finally get this Stanislaus or whatever, then he's going to be my front tank, and I'll have Glasdos in the back and me in the middle, or whatever. Those 2 different fams. And then Eucalis is going to be just for PvP. So as far as fams go, I don't need anything else. I've got a full tank, a bait tank. I'll have a really good DPS for PvP, and then I still have a +5 Walkham as well. So in that sense, I've got a healer as well. So I don't really need any more familiars. So once I get everything I need, I'll probably just do Dungeon 4 of whatever zone I feel like it, just because you get more gems and stuff out of that, and you can still catch fams there as well. So I'll probably, I think Mistral and Flame Talon are in the same zone. So if I do Dungeon 4 in there, I'll get more gems, because Dungeon 4 gives you more gems. But I also have the potential to catch more of them as well, just because why not? So that's probably what I'll do, because I don't need any more fams, so I may as well just try and get more gems, because gems are good. I can't get Yuka Scam so take my Flixies. I will take it. I will take them. Yeah. All I need is 2 more to make a +5. But then, as I was talking about just there with, if we do invasion, right? I think Spooky gave me this idea. With invasion, there's 4 different groups. And one of them obviously has you in it. And the other 3 you can split between fams and the NPCs and stuff. So if we get 4... Oh no, I'm going to need 1 more of each then. I'm going to need 10 Mistrals and 10 Flame Talons and 10 Flixies, I guess. Because we could have like Stanislaus and then Eucalis and then Glasdos as Team 1. The exact same thing as Team 2. The exact same thing as Team 3. And then Team 4 would be Stanislaus, me, Eucalis. Glasdos, sorry. So I only need 9 Eucalises, but I need 10 Stanislauses. If that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So my invasion team will be tank, DPS, bait. the inside that team 3 times in a row, and then the final one will be the same thing, but me instead of you, Carlos. So that gives me something to strive for, and I've talked about this as well. This leads back before as well. At least this leads back to what we were talking about before about the type of game it is, and not to expect things straight away. And you've got to grind for them and farm for them. You've got to be in the right mindset. You can't be impatient or entitled, all that sort of stuff. Having the right mindset and whatnot. To go along with that, you also need to set goals, but you need to set achievable goals. So if you have a goal, like anything, like in real life even, if you have a goal and you're working towards it, then you're focused on what you're doing, and you're not just going to just flail around not doing anything, and or you still will reach lack of motivation and procrastination and all that sort of stuff. But having a goal is good because what you're focused on, right? So for me, my goal right now is to get what we just talked about, to get the invasion team full of the 3 fams, which also I can use for PvP and whatever else. All right, so that's my goal. That's achievable. It's 100% achievable for me as free to play, because all it is just catching fams and fusing them together. So needing a anti-Karen game change. Good morning, welcome, good to see you. You need to have realistic and achievable goals, right? So you can't if you started the game today. So let's take who was it? Loser started to play again today, right? So he can't go, I want my goal. I want to, at the end of this week, by the next weekend or whatever, I want to be level 200 and I want to have +5 this and +5 this and da. It's it's not going to happen, right? Or it's very low chance of that happening. But if you set achievable goals by next weekend, I want to have +5 shrimps, +5 ballin', then that's a goal that you can definitely reach in a week. Stuff like that. So you can't really be I recommend not doing, goals that you can't reach, being free to play, for instance, trying to get, I've forgotten its name again. The ring that lets you use less set pieces. Starweave. Free to play goal of getting Starweave and then up tiering it all the way to the current tier. That's not an achievable goal. It's not going to happen. So don't even consider it. You have to kind of just black out parts of the game, because there's just stuff as a free to play that you're not going to be able to do. But yeah, having goals and trying to reach them and stuff, if they're achievable, is good, because it will keep you focused on what you're doing and you won't get overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that you have to do in this game and the very lack of information it tells you about those things that you need to do. So yeah, I think having a thing you want to reach is probably helpful towards the longevity of the game and working towards something. If you're not working towards anything, you might just get bored because it's repetitive. But if you've got something to go for, then there's that sense of accomplishment that we talked about before, and it'll keep you interested. And then once you get that, you set a new goal. So for me, getting Stanislaus, Eucalis, both of them to +5, and then starting to stable even more of them, that's my goal. Once I reach that, won't be for a while, won't be for a long while. And again, that goes into that as well, is don't expect to just get it done within a week or something. After that, I got no idea what my goal will be. But goals change as you play, right? So by that stage, by the time I get all of them, it'll be well and truly into next tier. And then by the start of by the time I get them, there might be something else in new tier that I want to go grab, like a different armor set or maybe a different familiar. Who knows? Anyway, I'm glad the body of the new cursed set is part that is the floating spikes. Is this what you're talking about? The face on the head is ugly as hell, so if the spikes were on that piece, I wouldn't be able to have them. Also, I'm worried that message didn't make sense for some reason. Are you talking about the set that I'm using? So I didn't know, I don't know where this came from. What World Boss or Trials Gauntlet or whatever it is that this came from. I just went into trade, into the crafting menu and trade, and then looked at the previous sets that you can use your materials on to re-roll set pieces, and saw that this was new and it looked cool. Well, at least the thumbnails look cool, and I had all the materials from the previous tiers, so I just re-rolled it until I got all the set pieces for it, until I got all the cosmetics for it. So yeah, I've got this, I'm wearing this as a cosmetic, but I have no idea where it comes from. As I said, I just re-rolled the stuff. I'll show you that as well after this, if people are interested in getting some cosmetic gear from previous tiers that they never got. Next goal is to get good. Shit, if you're not good by now, what are you doing, man? You're letting the team down. I think the reason I haven't gotten bored of bid heroes is because my dumbass idea of going for mythic familiars means I always have something to work towards. Yeah, well, see that, but as a pay to win person, that's an achievable thing, right? It's still a hard thing to do, getting mythics, because you have to, like, there's so much to it. But that's a goal that you can achieve and keeps you busy and keeps you interested, right? If you weren't doing that, you probably just get bored, because it's like, well, I've got everything I need. I've got all the fams I need. I got all the gear I need. I'll just stop playing and come back next tier, type thing. So having those targets to reach is good. My next goal is to get 11 plus 5 Igna to whatever that fam is called. Getting 11 plus 5s of a mythic. That's crazy. Crazy, mate. Alright, I'll show you what I was talking about. So if you go to... Oh, well, that was our last raid anyway. If you go to craft, and you go to trade, and then you go down to the very bottom, you might have to put filters on or whatever to see what's going on. But you'll get all of these chests down here. And if you click on the chest, it'll show you what you can get. So this is a neck piece, a main hand, a ring, and a head. So for this specific set pieces. And then this is what you need to get them. So I could buy this and I'll get one of these items. In fact, I could buy 2 because I've got enough here. And you get these items. If you don't get what you need, then you just go back, you exchange whatever you just got. Got? Jesus, that's not good English. You just exchange anything you just got. Let's do one so I can show the process fully. What is this? How did you survive? Then you just exchange it. You get the you get this stuff back, and you don't get all of the monster cells that you put into it. But I'll show you what I mean. So we can do this one. The only thing in here is the main hand and the head as far as cosmetics, because necklace and rings don't have cosmetics. So we could go for the main hand and the head from that one. Let's look at what else we can do. I got this yesterday. I didn't, it looks cool, but then when I actually put it on, it doesn't look that great. I'll show you though what it looks like if you want. What's this? This is the one I got here that I just was using. We could go for this one. Offhand, the book, head, neck, and body. So the flame, what we could have a head and a body of this. Okay, not that. Not that. I think I got some of this, but not all of it. Anyway, so that's how you do it, right? I'm not sure if I'm pay to win anymore. I haven't spent anything in 5 months. I'm saying Spook should or would. Not that. Yeah, okay. So, all right, let's go for this one, right? No, actually, no. Let's go for... Where was it? Where was the other one? This one, because I think this looks cool. So for this, I need one of the set piece things. I have 6. I need 100, whatever that is, and then the monster cells and the gold. So we trade. Whoops. And we're hoping for this. So offhand, body, and head and body can all be cosmetics. Obviously, the neck cannot be. So we want one of these 3. Ideally, this and this for me. So let's trade and see what we get. Of course, we get the thing that we don't want. We can do 2 trades. We get the thing we don't want twice. Of course. Of course. Exchange. Filter. Set. Get rid of it. We get those things back. And those things back. And we get a little bit of monster cells back, but not many. So because I don't have that many monster cells, I won't be able to re-roll this a lot of times. But let's see what we can get. Okay, we got the body. That's good. Now all we need is the head, hopefully. And the head. Perfect. Exchange. All. Exchange. Yes. We get those stuff back. And now we have 123 monster cells. So we can do one more thing. So we can try and get the head from this. And we got the weapon. Well, at least we got the weapon. What is this set anyway? I don't know what these sets are. Obviously I'm not going to use them because I'm already max TS. Healing bonus. Okay, yeah. I don't need that shit. So I'll exchange this. And get that stuff back, like I said. Go back to trade. And now if I get another... once I get the 175 monster cells again, if I do, then I can roll and try to get that helmet. So now that we got that, we can change our cosmetics, right? So we got... Once it decides to load, it's taking a while. We got this. And this. And there you go. So you can go back from previous zones and stuff, and previous gear, and trade for it all. So, like, what else can we get? We could probably get this, whatever this is. Okay, no, I've already got that. But yeah, you can go back and look through your old tiers and stuff, and if you've got the necessary materials, then you can do it and try and get some cosplay going, I guess. We may as well use this because oh, actually, no, I'll show you that other set that I got. I just don't like the look of it. The head's kind of cool, but the body, not so much. I don't know. It's kind of a bit eh. Right? Eh. Yeah, I'll go for the flame book next time I get more materials, if I get more materials. Okay, let's go back to this guy because it looked pretty cool. And then we will go Punchy Boy. Oh, I wasn't even in cosmetics. Where's my punch? Oh, there it is. Good morning, Amal. How are you? Thank you for the host, as always. Okay, what do we want cosmetics-wise on this? I mean, that doesn't look bad as is there. If you ever want to go cosmetic, if you ever want to get a cosmetic to use, but you don't want to like have some massive thing, or you don't want something around your neck that whatever, like this kind of looks okay, but this might not be the best. I always just end up going pollen because it's not actually on your character. It's just little balls flying around, so it doesn't like mess with your armor as much. Anyway, with this guy now. Okay, that was all of that done raids, right? Yes. So we will do... So hang on, this is Mistral, right? This is Mistral. And this is... Yeah, okay. So both Flame Talon and Mistral, for the thing that I'm doing in this zone. I can't do the zone 4 because it's too high. So that's annoying. But I'll probably end up just doing a zone 4 of something else. I don't know. Anyway, let's do this. And we're in here for the... Oh my god. Epilepsy. We're in here for the dungeon boss. Okay. Good morning, shit. Good morning! Yeah, so that's how I get a lot of the cosmetics of old sets and stuff. It's pretty good. Like, you're never going to need to use those materials ever again anyway. So you may as well just go and re-roll and try and get some cool cosmetics. So I didn't even know that that new cosmetic that we started the stream with, the red one with the flying knives and stuff. The last time I did that, the exchanging thing, it wasn't there. So that must have been something that's come into the game semi recently, and I was able to re-roll for it all. I guess we don't really need auto persuade everything anymore. It's only the dungeon bosses we need, but it doesn't really take much time. Or I guess it will eat into our gold a little bit, but our gold is at 34.5 million. So I think we can probably afford like a $5,000. How much is it? Oh shit, I missed it. Was it 1k? 1k gold or something? To persuade something? Just 2k for that, but he was rare. Is it 1k for common, 2k for rare, and 5k for epics and however many golds for a legendary, or is it just 2k across the board? Let's find out. Next time we try and get a common, we'll see if we can read it quickly. Yeah, it is. Okay, so 1,000 for a common, 2,000 for a rare, and then probably 5k for a epic, I would say. Did you wash your beautiful face? Of course I did. I scrubbed it so good. Last reset? What? Oh, right. It's one from the new Netherworld tiers. I see. Nice, yeah. Because I just went in there to, I check that every, I don't know, couple of weeks just to see if I have, you know, materials or something that I never used or something like that. Because I'm doing old content. So I get this tier's monster cell effectively. It's like, okay, did I need anything from this tier cosmetics? Let me go back to those chests and find out. Because I've been getting a lot of loot from this dungeon boss. Not this, the raid. Sorry, not this particular dungeon. The raid I was talking about, the Yukala's raid. Yeah, so I just went back to check, and that was there. So it's pretty cool. 1k common, 2k rare, 4k epic, 8k legendary. Nice. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're just throwing money away because we don't need any of these fams. But fuck it. You know, maybe I'll need 168 common familiars one day. We don't know. I own 105 of that guy. You never know. So after this, when we finish Bit Heroes, we're going to go back to Uncharted 2 and we'll finish that off. And then however long left we have for the stream, like if we finish Uncharted 2 and we still have a couple of hours, we'll just jump back into either Dead Cells or Undermine. And then tomorrow, I don't know what we'll start because I think the plan is to do an Uncharted game and then something else, and then the next Uncharted game. So it's not like just Uncharted one after the other. I split it up between I play another game in between each Uncharted game, if that makes sense. So I don't know what's on the cards for tomorrow. I'll have to have a think. I own 163 of that guy. Yeah, but we finished Uncharted 2 today. Also, we are very, very close to 5k subs on YouTube, which is exciting. And I did mention on my Discord and I did a community post on YouTube that when we hit 5k, I'm going to do a Q&A, ask me anything type stream. Probably play Fall Guys or something in the background, so it's not just like looking at my head the whole time. But we'll go through and do like a Q&A, ask me anything thing. So when that depends when we get to 5k, it might be by next weekend. We need 20 subs. So then when we get 20 subs from now, I think we're at that. Let me check. So maybe next weekend, maybe next Sunday after Bit Heroes. If we need, let me just check. We're at 4,981. So we need 19 subs. So if we get 19 subs during the week, then we'll do that stream after Bit Heroes next week. If we don't get it by next weekend, it'll just be the following weekend. Either way, I will put a post up on community posts on YouTube, and I will put a post on Discord, on my Discord as well. If you can't make it the stream, but you still want to ask me something, then you can just leave a comment on the YouTube post, and I'll read them out. I don't know how many questions they're going to be or whatever. I don't know what people want to do, but someone, I can't remember who it was, mentioned it. They're like, oh, when you get to 5k, you should do like a Q&A video. And I'm like, yeah, it's not a bad idea actually. So yeah, stay tuned. But if there's any questions you've wanted to ask me for the past however long you've known me and never asked them, that this is your opportunity. But I also am I'm an open book, and I just answer any questions I'm asked anyway. So everyone kind of knows me and everything about me by this time. But if there's something specific, then yeah, by all means, ask away on that video. Everyone gonna ask how much he spent on his chicken collection? Oh, all the monies. I wish I could have chickens. You know, a couple. Like, I don't really eat eggs. Damn it, failed. I don't really eat eggs. Like, I'll eat egg in stuff, but I don't eat eggs as a meal. But Camille does. So we could get like 3 eggs and then like have chickens about and stuff. But the house we're in does not lend well to that. They'd have to live in the front yard where Zelda roams, and I don't know whether she'd kill them. And it's just, yeah, it's not going to happen. But my mother-in-law has chickens. If I ever want to get my chicken fix, I can just go there. I was planning on getting Book of the Flame Warden because I expect it to be like Amaritome with a fire effect instead of green. Unfortunately, the problem I have with it is its position. You like the tome because it floats slightly in front of you. The book hovers to your side. It just looks off compared to the other one. Have you got it? Obviously you've got it then. Oh no, you were planning on getting it, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it looks like. I know that there was that book, right? The one you were talking, Amaritome. That was a thing that was massive, wasn't it? Like the actual size of it was huge, and they had to scale it down. I vaguely remember something like that. So pretty much my entire Bit Hero history, career, whatever, I've always used Rubber Chicken or Chippity now that I've got it in my offhand. But recently, there was something. There was a cosmetic that it just didn't fit with, and I took it off. So I think I might just, if it works with stuff, great. If it doesn't, then I'm just going to use other cosmetics now. I've had the offhand chicken or Chippity for so long that it's like, it's good to not, like, it's nice to not look at it for a bit. If that makes sense, because it's just been 3 years of having a Rubber Chicken there. I haven't gotten it. I saw someone using it when it came out. It covered most of the body. Yeah, I remember it being massive, or hearing about it being massive. I remember it was talked about at least. All right, we got dad joke of the day. It is, if I can, no, that's not it. Hold on. I'm having finger issues. I can't click the right things. Here we go. No, that's so... I'll say it anyway, but this is so bad. Why do you never see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're so good at it. It's not a joke. It's just stupid. What do you call an alligator in a vest? An investigator. There you go. It's not bad, actually. Investigator. Rubber Chicken was legendary. I mean, I'll definitely go back to it. It's just at the moment, just not having it there is kind of like a nice, not change of pace, but like I've had that offhand in there for 3+ years. So it's kind of, what is this song? Good to use something else, you know, just I don't know, mix it up type thing. So there's no real, what's the word, timeline on getting this Mistral, to getting 3 more Mistrals, because I'm gonna need so many of the Ignibrimes that it's not gonna matter. I think we probably got some Ignibrimes, so I could probably fuse another thingy, another fam. But it doesn't really matter until I get all of them, because I can't use them anyway. So bored in quarantine, I was going to write a story. Why not? Yeah, the quarantine hasn't really affected my life too much. Basically, the only thing it's stopped is, it's changed is, like I have a schedule, like a nightly schedule with friends. So like Monday night, a friend or 2, if he can make it as well, come over, and then on Wednesdays another friend comes over, and then on the weekend there's often like plans on Saturday night or something, and then usually once every couple of weeks we usually get together with my parents for like a family thing. So I can't do any of that, but everything else has hardly changed. Like, yeah, play video games, watch TV, take the dog for a walk, all that sort of stuff. I was trying to get back into playing football, soccer, whatever. But I'm so freaking unfit, man. And then COVID hit, and I can't do it. I can't go out and, kick the ball around anymore. So, yeah. But the majority of my relaxed time kind of hobby things is media based. So playing video games, streaming, watching movies, all that sort of stuff. So most of my activities are indoors, apart from soccer, walking the dog, and doing stuff with friends outside or whatever. So yeah, being like boarded up in house and we got really pretty severe restrictions at the moment, because our state went from having like single digit cases every week or every day, like 4 new cases today. It was 3 new cases today, the next day, and there was like maybe 6 the next day, to like over 700, 800. So now we're in like lockdown. There's a curfew. You can't be outside of your house after 8 p.m. or before, like 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. There's a curfew, unless you're working. If you have to go to work, then that's fine. And there's all these other restrictions, and you can't have people over and da. So, yeah, I mean, apart from actually seeing people in person, it hasn't changed me too much. I wrote out a storyboard and everything, then I couldn't be bothered to write it. So you're so bored that you were going to write a story, but then you were too bored to even start the story? Like, the level of boredom got so much that it just skipped the story part. It's like, I'm so bored, I'm going to write this thing. Okay, let's plan it. Okay, now it's time to write the thing. No, I'm even more bored that I'll just skip that whole step. Exactly, yeah. It's like overtired, right? And you're just exhausted. And you go kind of like delirious and start like laughing and shit because you're just so tired, but you can't fall asleep for whatever reason. It's like that. Or like when you're really hungry and there's no food, and like you're starving, your stomach's grumbling, and you feel like kind of shit because you haven't eaten anything in maybe 24 hours or whatever it is. And then you just end up getting over it. And then like 6 hours later, there's food available for whatever reason. Like you go shopping like to the supermarket, or you go out and you drive past a fast food place or whatever it is. And it's just like, I'm not even hungry anymore. I got past the point of being so hungry that I'm not hungry anymore. That happens to me all the time. Well, I wouldn't say all the time. It happens to me regularly enough where I'm just like, fuck, I could eat. And then I keep doing whatever I'm doing. So like if I miss breakfast, for instance, streaming, and then then lunchtime comes around, I'm like, oh no, we're right in the middle of something. I'll have lunch after the stream. And then you just keep streaming and keep going. And then by the time you finish, you're not hungry anymore. Because like your body just got over the fact that you were hungry and just moved on with its life. My fam shouldn't be called Mythic. They should be called VIP. Oh, Mythic, sorry. Not my fams. I don't know how I read my. I mean, it has the word my in it. My thick fams. There you go. Shouldn't be called Mythic. It should be called VIP. Why's that? Very important people. No, never mind. I thought it was hailing, but it's not. We actually got a fair amount of hail 2 weeks ago, I want to say. I was streaming and I went downstairs to get some lunch, and Camille was just like, did the hail kind of scare you? And I'm like, what hail? She goes, look outside. The garden was just white. Didn't even hear it or notice it at all. Alrighty. Hail's the worst. It's like rain, but 4 times louder. Yeah, and it like does damage as well. Like when you get those big hail, what hail? I don't know what, it's just hail, right? They're not called hailstones or something. Anyway, the ones that are like, you know, as big as a golf ball and stuff, and they just like smash your windshield and stuff. Or put dents in your car or whatever. It's pretty scary stuff, really. Just ice is just falling out of the sky. So like we don't deal with snow here. Up in the mountains and stuff, like we have snow, and you know people go snowboarding and skiing and all that stuff. But it's up in the mountains, like 3-4 hour drive from where we are. So just we don't get snow in winter at all. So I don't really know snow. I went once when I was a little, don't remember a thing about it, with family. I must have been like 3. And then I went about 12, 13 years ago with an ex-girlfriend. But it rained the entire time, so it wasn't snow, it was just sludge. So I've never experienced, well, I experienced it when I was little, but that doesn't count because I can't remember it. So I've never experienced good snow. The only snow experience I have was sludge. So I don't get the kind of excitement over snow. And then it depends where you live. Like in the US and Europe and stuff, like you guys have to deal with snow and like shoveling your driveways and stuff. And snow's it's not even like fun. It's just a pain in the ass, right? So yeah, ice is, it's not what I meant to say. Ice is like hail. Hail is not common, but you know, you get it. But snow, not at all. I don't know. Snow is such a foreign concept to me that I've just like never experienced. Legendary is so hard to get by themselves, and that I've heard about mythics is that they're basically impossible to get if you're free to play. Yeah, well, that's what I was talking about before about like having realistic goals and stuff. So getting ancient gear, like armor and stuff, like Starweave and all that stuff, it's just not achievable as free to play. And fusing mythic fams is also basically not worth doing, or like not free to play friendly. That's the word. If you were going to do one, if you're going to go for a mythic fam or a ancient material, ancient gear, mythics is the easier way to go, because all mythic fams is just legendary fams put together, right? So you like, I need this to farm. I need to farm this for one legendary familiar. I need to farm that for the other legendary familiar, and then I need to get this epic from like whatever dungeon it is. Fuse them all together to get a mythic fam. Now I need to do that whole process 5 more times. So it's kind of like, to make a mythic familiar, you need basically to have fused 3 legendaries. Right, so if fusing 3 legendaries obviously takes a while, and then that becomes 1 mythic, then you got to do that a whole 5 more times. It's doable, but it's not free to play friendly. It's like it's just so much time invested into it. So yeah, but that's still like achievable. Whereas Starweave and Ancients and stuff, it's just not a thing that we can do. That's my opinion, obviously. Me and the boys eating ice in preschool. We used to just grab it straight off the floor. Just hail, just pick it up and eat it. Tasty. Yeah, fuck snow, blocking my driveway every day for 3 months. Yeah, so like, I was saying that, you know, I haven't really experienced snow and it's a foreign concept and all that sort of stuff. I feel like we've talked about ice, snow and ice and all that in previous streams. But because I don't have to deal with it, if I ever went somewhere and there was snow, it would be super cool. Like, it'd be like, oh, look at this is fucking great. Like, look, it's snow. It's, you know, it's just something I've never experienced before. But then there's, like, you walk past and you're, like, in awe of the snow and you're picking up, you know, snow and making snowballs and throwing it at each other and da-da-da-da-da and having the best time, while the people, like, that are shoveling their driveways being like, I hate you. I fucking hate you. How dare you have fun with snow? It's such a pain in the ass. It's really interesting, that kind of stuff, right? Depending on where you live in the world, is like what your what you have to deal with on a day-by-day basis and what your tolerances are. I don't know. I find that stuff really interesting. Like, we don't have to deal with snow and, you know, snow plows and shoveling driveways and all that sort of stuff. But then we just have, like, absolutely fucking brutal heat. And every summer, just, like, a ton of old people die because they can't deal with it. Their bodies are just like, nah, I can't deal with how hot this is. I'm just going to check out now. And, like, the bitumen on the road melts. Like, the roads start melting. It's that hot. It's stupid. It's ridiculously dumb. But the thing is, cold and hot are a symptom that everybody experiences, right? It's just the extremes. So you either have one or the other. So if you're getting snow in your country, you're not going to have, like, well, generally, you're probably not going to have, like, 45 plus degree weeks on end, right? So I think, like, the US, you guys get up in the, like, high 30s, right? I think, this is Celsius, like, I don't know, Fahrenheit. I think you guys get up in the high 30s-ish, but then you also get into, like, the negative things for snow, whereas we don't have snow, and our winters get down to, like, 0. Or if it's, like, really cold, maybe -1 or 2 overnight or something. But our summers are just ridiculous. Like, you can't do anything. It's just too fucking hot. Snow is better than heat. I mean, like I'm saying right now, like, you have to, you can only live in what you live in, right? And everyone has different experiences, but I would trade heat for snow every day of the week. I hate the heat. So if there was a choice that you could make and it was just for you, like if you're the last person on Earth or something, I don't know, whatever scenario you want, and it's like, okay, you can either have no snow but get like 45-degree plus days end on end for weeks, or you can have snow and it's a pain in the ass. Why is this kind of so all slow for it? That was weird. Okay, it's back. Yeah, or you can have snow, which is a pain in the ass, but the hottest day will be like 30 degrees or something. I would still take snow. Oh shit! I'll still take snow every day of the week, but I'm not proficient in snow care. So for me, it's just like, well, it's less hot. Fuck that straight away. I would just take that. It's not as hot. Brilliant. But then having the maintenance of dealing with snow every day would probably be like a giant pain in the ass. Honestly, Mythic Familiars don't feel like a big improvement over Legendaries most of the time. It'd be nice if they got a buff to make them feel more worth it, but most of the time when I've seen people suggest a buff for Mythic Familiars in the past, they just get responses from people saying, Mythic Familiars shouldn't be necessary, even though that would be the purpose of a buff. It makes me not want to suggest any changes to them. I was going to mention something along those lines about like Mythics aren't really worth it, but I try not to give advice on stuff I'm not proficient in. Like, I don't have any Mythic fams. It's the same thing when people ask me about tank, like recommendations and advice and stuff for being a tank player. Like, I don't really want to give advice because I don't play tank and I don't know everything about playing a tank. So I don't want to give the wrong advice. Like, what I probably know enough to you know, set someone on the right course, but I don't play tank, therefore I don't know all the ins and outs of it. So I don't want to give like a false advice or something. So I was going to mention something about Mythics not being worth it, but I didn't want to say anything because I don't have a Mythic fam, and so I can't really comment on it. But like the difference between a legendary and the mythic that legendary goes into to make the mythic, for the most part of at least the mythics I've even looked at, because I don't even look at them, there's no point, right? They don't seem like that much of an improvement, like it doesn't seem worth the time. Temperature in my area top out around 35 degrees Celsius, usually around 25 to 30 the average summer day. Yeah, okay. So the average summer day here is like 30 to 40. And then we always have like a week or two that's like 45 plus. And it's just fucked. South Carolina can get as hot as 40 degrees Celsius with 100% humidity. It feels like Satan's kitchen. Yeah, that's no good. I'll move to Alaska before Australia. Seems like every kind of weather is hated. Oh, it's too hot. It's too cold. Fuck snow. Winter's annoying. Hail sucks. Normal pleasant day. It's too boring. Kinda, yeah, I guess. I mean, I would definitely take winter all year round if I could. For me, it would be winter, autumn, spring, summer, as far as preference goes. Winter, it's just better. Autumn, because it's like coming into winter, so it's not as brutal. Like it's still, you still get really hot days, but it's not as bad as summer, and it's like it's not too bad. Next is spring. It's similar to autumn in the fact that you're coming out of winter, so it takes a little bit to ramp up to get hot, but all the allergy stuff can go fucking die in a fire. And then summer should just not exist. So that's my feelings on the seasons. Hang on, let's look at a mythic, right? Quickly. Where's Rombolio? Here he is. Okay, so if we look at Bobodom, he's got, you know, whatever stats, 30% evade chance. Then you have Oxlaroth, whatever the fuck you want to call him. Those things, 60% block chance. And then you have Captain Womboz, which is just, you know, dual strike block chance, whatever. Right? So Bobodom is one raid epic and then a few dungeon epics to make him. This is two legendaries. This is Astaroth, who's the boss from raid 1, and then Ulxa, who's the like random elusive freaking treasure goblin dude that only shows up one in every fucking 30 raids. You need one of him, which are extremely hard to find, yet alone come up for persuasion. So trying to make a +5 Ulxaroth would just be like just headbutting a brick wall full of spikes. And then this is another raid boss mixed with whatever else it is. So you need to like make 6 of all of these guys to combine them to make this guy. And it's just not even worth it. It's just not worth at all. So here you've got 30% evade. Here you've got 60% block. Here you've got 30% block and some dual strike. This is kind of a weird one. And you put all that together to get 30% evade chance, which is shit anyway, and 15% redirect. Like, it's just... Making 6 of this would take you over a year. Like, it's just stupid. It's not worth it in the slightest. I mean, that's probably a really bad example. Nope. That's probably a bad example that fam sucks. But yeah, the time and fam investment in making mythics is just not worth it. Astamus seems like a nice myth. DPS, free off brain because invasion. That's the thing with invasion. Yeah, invasion fams have the free brain. That's pretty good. Can I post a buff idea for mythic familiars here? I know what I never considered devs if only talk about it. Yeah, sure, why not? Chook really doesn't like the sun. Like everything it makes, he hates. Heat, light, life, fuck it all. Yeah, the sun can just go away. It's never done anything good for anybody. No, I'm just like very, very, very passionate about hating summer. That's all. And again, it goes to what you used to, right? So you guys, well, some of you, whatever, like really hate having to shovel snow every day and all the rest of it. I just hate how fucking hot it gets here. It's unbearable. Like, we're not meant to live in, you know, nearly 50-degree days. Like, it's just dumb. Ancient fams, yeah, well, you know that's going to happen at some point. Yeah, to be honest, yeah, fuck you, son. Yeah, what's it ever done for anybody? Nothing. I think if I lived, you know, maybe in New Zealand, right, which is not far from here, but New Zealand overall is a cooler country. Probably wouldn't be as bad, but like Australia literally has the hottest sun in the world. I mean, it's everyone has the same sun, but it hits our country much stronger. To the point where, yeah, like people just die because it's too hot, and like crops just fucking wither up. And you know, we had like this massive fuck off country island thing, and we've got like 25 million people living on it around the coast because you just can't go inland because you'll die. It's like, what the hell? Our country could hold like bajillion people, and we have 25 million of it. That's it. Ancient accessory pet. I mean, it'll come one day, surely. The idea I had, being able to edit the stats of a mythic familiar, that way they wouldn't be screwed over by the natural stat distribution by the time you finally manage to +5 one. You mean like you make the mythic fam and then you can pick what you can re-roll its like reforge its gear? Oops. Like this, you mean? You can just change it to be a tank, like the highest stamina or the lowest stamina or whatever. Is that what you mean? In the UK, it's hot for like a month and then rains for like a week. Rinse and repeat. Yeah, see, so I know some people that live in England, and like I'm pretty like I don't hold back on hating summer. Like people, all my friends and stuff are just like, yes, we know you hate summer. I'm like, I fucking hate summer. So they're just like, count yourself lucky because over here in England and stuff, it just rains all the time. I'm like, that sounds great. Like, it's really not great. Saudi Arabia is more hot. I don't know. No, we've literally been the hottest place on earth the last couple of years. Although there's actually more rain. For example, Zarlok, he has good bonuses and good... You already have Zarlok there, don't you? He has good bonuses and a good built-in brain effect, but he's not that good because 60% stamina and only 30% power. Right. When in doubt, move to Pluto. Okay, that's good. I'm fairly sure, Amal. Not that I don't believe what you're saying. Like, I have no reason to not believe you. I just remember hearing that we've been the hottest country in the last few years. But who knows? It may have changed or whatever. The ozone layer and all that stuff. Being able to put a bunch of Zarlok's stamina into his power would make me happy. Right, yeah. So just like reforging gear. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, that is done for the Bit Heroes for this week. We'll be back next Sunday. We're going to go to Uncharted 2 now and finish that off. And then after that, we'll probably just do some like mini stream of something, roguelike type stuff until we're done. So if you want to stick around for Uncharted 2, by all means do so. Otherwise, if you're just for Bit Hero stuff, I will see you next week. Based on my stats, he has 8,000 stamina and just over 4,000 power, which isn't good for a tank. Well, I mean, he can take some hits though, right? I guess. Anyway, stick around for Uncharted. Otherwise, I will see you all next time. Okay, bye!